Hello everybody, in this video we will take a look at the TOEFL IBT reading section, which is the first one of 4 total test sections. You will be given 3 to 4 reading passages and you must answer 10 questions per each. The questions found in the reading section can be organized in 10 types. Let's take a look at them. Number 1. Factual information questions. The factual information question asks you to identify true points from what you've read. Fact questions will ask you for what's contained in the passage, so make sure to stay on the passage topic and choose answers that the passage clearly mentions. The question is phrased like this: according to the paragraph, which of the following is true? Or, according to the paragraph, something occurred because... Number 2. Negative factual questions. These are the opposite of factual questions, for they ask you to find the answer that does not match the paragraph at all. These questions will ask you for what's not true about the passage, so make sure to slow down and look for words such as not and except. For example, which of the following is not true? Or, the passage mentions all of the following except... The third question is the inference question. These are trickier than fact questions because instead of simply finding what's true about the passage, you have to find what's strongly implied from the passage. In other words, you have to make an educated guess. These questions can be phrased like this: what can be inferred about something? The passage implies that. The author suggests that. The fourth one is the rhetorical purpose question. These questions ask you to identify what effect the writer of the passage is trying to deliver to the reader. For example, why did the author mention something? The author explains something in the passage in order to... Common phrases in the answers to rhetorical purpose questions include to illustrate, to explain, and to contrast. Number 5. Vocabulary questions. These questions ask you exactly what a word means. This is what the question looks like. The word something is closest in meaning to, or in stating something, the author means. Just because you're looking for the definition doesn't mean vocabulary questions are simple. You have to make sure you understand the context of the word as used in the passage in order to get the meaning right. Use your context clues and look for the most relevant meaning. Number 6. The reference question. Reference questions ask you to identify the relationship between two words, mostly a pronoun and a noun. In this case, you're not looking for an implication of meaning, but rather the connection between two words. For example, a reference question can be phrased like this: the word something in the passage refers to... Make sure to check the context, the tenses, and the subject-verb agreement. Something like she and has and not she and have, for example. Question number 7 is paraphrase or sentence simplification. In a paraphrase question, you have to find the sentence option that has the most similar meaning to the given sentence, which will be highlighted in the passage. It'll look something like this: which of the following best expresses the essential information in the highlighted sentence? Now, wrong answer choices tend to miss an important point from the passage and could misinterpret or imply a different meaning from that in the reading passage. The 8th one is the insert text question. An insert text question or sentence insertion question asks you to find the most logical and grammatically correct place to add a new sentence into the reading passage. The insert text question gives you a new sentence, then asks you where that sentence fits best. Wrong answer choices often ignore context, pronoun antecedent relationships, or when read aloud, sound awkward within the passage as a whole piece of information. When you're not sure, try reading the sentence out loud as you place it within the passage. Number 9. The summary question. The summary question is usually one of the last questions for each passage. The question asks you to pick 3 major points from the reading passage. It gives you the central idea of the entire passage, then leaves 3 bullet points underneath it with answer choices listed below those blank bullet points. Because this question is worth 2 points, you can get partial credit for getting some of the questions right. Incorrect answer choices include things that are too detailed to be a summary point, and points that miss the given topic of the passage. And finally, number 10, the fill in the table question. These questions are also given as one of the last questions for each passage. The fill in the table question will provide a chart with 2 or 3 different topics or categories listed on the side, 5 blank points in total, and 7 choices to choose from. Like the summary questions, it is possible to get partial credit on the fill in the table questions, up to 3 points for getting all 5 answers correct. So these are all the 10 question types given on the test. Which one's your favorite one? Which one do you find more difficult? I'd like to read your take on the reading section. Stay tuned, leave me a comment. Good luck with your studies.